Hey guys, I was requested to make a video for this map on impoppable, so this is a DDT tile. I'll quickly just show you where it is. Okay, this is the top edge of the map, and that's the very left edge of the map. I think it's just here, so yeah, DDT map. And yeah, this I've just pretty much used a similar strategy to my usual one. This is a forest tile, so I can just do this to 4-2 ninja on round 1, and that's pretty much gold. I don't really have any issue with any regular forest tile, just because of that I can get a 14 ninja on round 1, and then I'm pretty much set, as long as I place it correctly. A lot of maps that I used to think were, personally used to think looked really hard, for these forest ones, I actually don't find hard anymore, because of my starting cache probably, since I can place this guy so soon. But like this map for example, I used to find it really difficult, really quite the challenge, but I don't really feel that way anymore. It is more challenging, I'd say, than some of the other forest tracks, but not actually all of them. The forest track that I have the most trouble with is actually the pop-shaped one. Surprisingly, I used to find that one really easy early on, but no, that's actually one of the hardest ones for me now. So yes, this is pretty much my regular strategy, starting with this ninja here, just in a nice spot where he can hit them multiple times. So they come in towards him, he gets a chance at hitting them, they get a pass, then he has another chance at hitting them back here. With that same with this, because of the seeking shurikens, I have to have them a bit further back to make sure that I don't screw myself over with the targeting on those, because as I said, that is such a big problem. I mean, honestly, if I had him here instead of there, then that pink balloon that just got past, I wouldn't have hit that, because he would have attacked at it, and then they just would have pulled forwards or something. Well, maybe he would have hit it, but there's quite a lot of situations in which he wouldn't have. So yeah, anyway, once I got that moved more up, I placed my second ninja, trying to get him a bit further back, because I really got to leave this space open, because that's where I like to stick my village if I can. And if I'm not careful enough, then I don't give myself enough room to put that village in, and I get really sad because then I have to put it over here, and it's very messy. It's kind of sad, but that's the main thing I don't like. The main thing I don't like about this map is that I can't be very symmetrical with my placement here. The map is symmetrical, but I can't fit both a village and an ice tower in this spot. I mean, if I move my ninja over a bit and move this one over a bit, then I probably could, but then I'd be at the start risking one side, and well, I guess being Def the Kid from Soul Eater isn't really worth potentially losing to something stupid like that. So anyway, got my 2 ninjas maxed and my bomb tower good, so I can fit this guy in here. And I did it well that time. I'm proud. And then I get to stick in these bomb towers here. Strong. I just place 3 here to strong, 3 here to strong, and then I like to put some of these ones at close. I'll sell that Dark Monkey soon. He's just getting in the way. Usually I'd get 5 maulers before doing anything else, but I've recently discovered that I am quite capable of only doing 4 before moving on to my next bit. I guess it depends how early you get them stuff up, because yeah, then the rounds will be easier. But so if you're lower level, you probably should go with a 5, but at the moment I can probably even do it with 2, maybe 3, but I'm happy just getting 4 of those and then starting to concentrate on my village here. If you do think that stuff might get past, then you can always slow it down. I do that quite a lot, but often my ninjas are fine coping with whatever gets to there. But it's always worth slowing down just in case if you're going for the no lives lost. I don't honestly care about it that much. I've got like a bunch of moonstones and there's nothing I can spend them on anymore. I finished all my research and all my buildings and everything. There's nothing I can really buy, so yeah, no point really. All I can use continues for is to well, I just gave it away. All I can use Bloonstones for is to continue or to get the bonus starting cash. And honestly, I have never used the bonus starting cash. I have continued though. Continues is so helpful. I used a lot of them early on when I was struggling to get through an area. I had a lot of struggling very early on, and I was quite angry with myself and the game, but I eventually broke through that barrier, and then now I'm making good progress and winning most of the tiles. Pretty much most of them, yeah. I rarely lose unless it's on... I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I do lose, but I can deal with that. Anyway, got my Arctic Wind up. Yeah, as I said, I can't be Def the Kid. I'm not symmetrical. Well, maybe that makes me more like him. Anyway, no one gets that reference, so if you do, then thumbs up to you. So, I'll finish my symmetrical mob maulers here that make up the mouth of my smiley face. If I can get the money, move fast, there we go. And then I work on the eyes, which I set to close. That's mainly for the DDTs. Oh, most of the DDTs should get just dominated right here, to tell the truth. If they, sometimes I'd use a spike storm in this map, but I really quite like this, how it is. Might just put a nice tower here, just to get ice shards. I'm actually, I was recommended ice shards, so I started using it. I've never liked ice shards before. I have actually tested a lot before, but I actually have found quite a lot of use for it in Bloons Monkey City. I was very surprised. With ice shards, it can pop pretty much infinite balloons, which is the only reason why I like it. Or probably the only reason why it's actually good. But it the reason I disliked it is because it's been known to cause really bad lag. But it's actually kind of a trade-off, because since it pretty much destroys these massive mobs, which are mobs of balloons you get, which are lagging crazy anyway, it destroys that in like a couple seconds, and you end up lagging less anyway, even though you lagged a lot for those couple seconds, so worth it. I was also recommended to use the Spectre. I hadn't actually tried it yet until I used it on a lake tile before, but the Spectre is very good. Very good. I'm quite surprised. I honestly think that it might be bugged, because I can't really understand why it's so powerful. I wouldn't really call it a blimper, but it's great for just clearing out the mobs of balloons. It's really great at it. Like, I mean, you can get these crazy mobs of balloons and it'll just fly past them and they're gone, and doesn't need to do another run, they're just gone. Even a Sun God, which Sun God would just still be able to take out that same mob, but it'd sit there hacking away at it for like a while. I mean, the mob would slowly make progress up, slowly, steadily. Sungle would take it out, but it'd take a while and it'd lag a lot. But Spectre pretty much just does a flyby. Yeah, the thing I don't like about it still is that targeting. You can't set its targeting. It always does to close to the plane, not to the building here. So it's kind of annoying. But yeah, when it does that flyby and actually goes over the stuff you wanted to hit, it pretty much just decimates that mob. There's not really a big mob here at the moment, so I can show that to you, but it's quite impressive. There, see, bam. There was quite a few ceramics just there, or balloons anyway, and it just ate them when it flew by. So yeah, once you get past like the first 15 to 20 rounds of Bloons Monkey City, it's not really a race to build your defenses up to like destroy stuff, like destroy blimps or whatever. It's just a race to reduce lag, because that's really the only issue. Once you get past those first 15 rounds, the game's easy. Oh, unless you were struggling through those first 15 rounds, but yeah, it depends. But I've always found that. I think Joey commented on his last video that he's never had issues with Zombie Gods in this game. I feel the same way. I have never ever had issues with Zombie Gods in this game, because they're a late game thing, and if you can survive that late, then you're pretty much not going to lose to them anyway. So I wouldn't use Spectres in all maps, but as you can see, by the time it gets there and does that little flyby, they're all gone. It is quite good for clearing out the ceramics, clearing out the regular balloons. It probably does decent damage against the blimps as well, but I prefer to get my mode maulers and stuff. I like them. Did I? Yeah. I mean, I used to just get nothing but mode maulers, the ninjas, the Arctic Wind, and this. I've recently started making a lot of small additions like the ice shards and the Spectre and spike factories and stuff like that. I didn't use any spike factories this game. I often do though. That's a quite commonly used tower in my arsenal. I never use the spike mines though. I've actually never used spike mines in this game. I've got the spiked balls a couple times, but not really that often, and only really in Monkey vs Monkey. But I've used the shredder spikes a lot. Those things are crazy good. You only use them at the beginning of the map, and whoa, I just lost my new lives lost. I didn't see that coming. Probably should have got a second Spectre up, just like sold them all for or something. But that was because of the Spectres. I relied on the Spectres to do that, and they kind of screwed me over there because they can't do targeting well. But anyway, that's one track that a lot of people think is quite difficult, and I hope that you can learn from that and maybe develop something similar, remembering that I have a lot of starting cash, so it's a lot easier for me. But yeah, if you work at it, you can still do that quite early on. I was able to beat that tile with very similar strategy, like no Spectres and no ice shards at a lot earlier levels. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you around.